Bill is going to be live. I am live. This is Uncle Bill, and hi there, nieces and nephews. Welcome to the Uncle Bill Variety Channel, where we cook, we camp, we create, we critique, and we climb. Climb is metaphorical for physical activity. And welcome. I apologize for the confusion. I was up north. Everybody goes this way for north and this way for south. I wonder what Southerners think. Anyways, this week is Create Week. And like I said when did I say it? Friday, I think I said it. Or did I say it last time? Whatever. Anyways, I am thinking about doing cable creation this week. And I hope that somebody manages to find their way here because, like I told everybody, I wasn't necessarily going to be going live. But Uncle Bill drove down from Costa Mesa through the pouring rain. Actually, it was just misting, but I'll say that it was pouring because it's a better story. And I'm here. It wasn't too bad of a drive. I love my little Honda Fit because that thing is so much easier to drive in the rain than my old van was. Whoa. 5 crazy things from Uncle Bill's adventures. Now, I don't have much for creation. I mean, I do have a little bit of cable. What we're doing this week is cable management. And I'll put it in a nice little video so that everybody can have some ideas for how they can do better cable management. Because right now, Uncle Bill literally has a full 5-foot desk that's filled with nothing but chargers, batteries, equipment, just things that need to be better organized. 5 crazy things today. I showed you cable. That's one. This is the best Dyer Mills. It is the best ketchup you can get known to man. And not only that, it's only $1 at the Dollar Tree. Something that a lot of people might not know about the Dollar Tree. A lot of times they have people like accidentally opening things or on purpose opening things and then reclosing them or damaged merchandise. But I don't know if you can see this. Oh, there we go. 25 cents. I'm going to be able to use these for placeholders. They hold a business card nicely, and I have a whole bunch of them. Normally, they're 3 for $1, and I probably have about 10 of them in there for 25 cents. Oh, Uncle Bill had a major score. Love it. I've been telling everybody about these. These are the silicone tools. This is a different type of a spatula, so I went out and got another spatula. Aunt Peggy and I warmed up her air fryer that I got her, and we cooked some. Well, she actually cooked them. She marinated some chicken breast. Oh, they came out delicious last night. 25 minutes, 380 in an air fryer. Boom, bango. They're done and cooked delicious. I had to cook some. I'm actually going to cook some chicken thighs for dinner tonight. Thighs and fries, Uncle Bill's favorites. And I'm going to be cooking those tonight. And hi, Bridget. Glad you made it. Did you see the other video too? Because I had them both going. Little crazy today. And the drive home from Costa Mesa was good. And Peggy liked her air fryer. And that was a lot of fun. Oh, well, don't worry about it. You can watch it later. This is another storage thing that Uncle Bill got over for $1 over at Dollar Tree. I already showed you these. Spoons, I've showed you these. These guys work great. Now for the air fryer, it's nice to have tongs. The tongs that they'll sell you with air fryers actually don't have silicone on them to protect the nonstick. However, if you go over to Dollar Tree for $1, and these are easier to access things. Word to the wise, though, on the Chef Man air fryer. I love it, the little one. I got that for under $40. Only problem, though, is I don't have it with me, but the little disc that they have to offset the food, it has 4 silicone offsets to it, and they just push on. When you wash it, make sure to pull them off and put them somewhere, because I had one that I dropped down a garbage disposal last night, and it was not fun fishing it out. Oh, one other thing, I'm really excited. I learned about this from Marcus Picks on YouTube. He has the best, probably, photography channel there is for photography equipment for store-bought stuff. If you want to make it yourself, you go to the Frugal Filmmaker. He teaches you how to make it. Now this, anybody able to guess what this is? Oh, Mick, good to see you, mate. What's the crack? Anyways, this is a battery holder for a tripod, and specifically for light stand tripods. The transformers, they get in the way, and when you're moving around lights, this just makes it so much easier. I bought these over at B&H. Now, I also got these for free from B&H for my order, which was very much appreciated, and I love it. Yeah. And lastly, I wish I had brought these with me. All weekend long, Uncle Bill had dirty glasses, and it was not fun. I actually thought I'd be able to find some glasses cleaners over at the dollar store, but there weren't any. Lots of stuff for your hands, but nothing for your glasses. We've introduced that we cook, we camp, we create, we critique, and we climb. I wonder if I could do it like the was that Big Mac they used to, the special sauce, cheese, lettuce, all on a sesame seed bun, and they used to have to say it. If you could say it under 10 seconds, you got it for free or something ridiculous. All right, everybody having a good time? Everybody had a great week? Mick, how are you doing this week? And Mick's here, Bridget's here, and I'm here. There's 3 of us. Yay! Hey, the light looks a little better than usual. It almost looks like I'm lit up from underneath or something. This is a Logitech webcam, and everybody can hear me, right? And Bridget, you probably have some extra controls now that I've appointed you as official, what are they called? I forgot. Moderator. Oh, good. Just chilling. Chilling is good. You got any Guinness Stout or anything to chill with? Oh, by the way, Mick, air fryers rock. Oh, I bet. I tell you, if you got an air fryer, oh yeah, well, I forget you got a real fryer, so you don't need an air fryer. That thing rocks too. Oh, good. Bridget is in control. She is the official moderator. So Mick, you better watch out. Yeah, Mick, did you get a chance to check out my second channel? I actually launched channel number 2. Yeah, that's the thumbnail hacks, fully niched all the way down to the I don't know what an expression is. Also, I ran across these. I got these for 50 cents each over at the Family Bargain Grocery Center. So that was good. Exciting week. What does everybody have planned for the week? I'm off the beer. Whoa. Hey, a good drink to try, and it's non-alcoholic. Have you ever tried Switchel by any chance, Mick? I can give you the recipe. It's really easy. And I bet Elaine is happy that you're off the beer, maybe. I don't know. You're friendly either way. I know that, so it doesn't really matter. Medical stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's what you have planned for the week. Hey, Bridget, I'm doing better. With 2 people in here, I can do better. Sorry for the confusion, everybody. I didn't know if I was going to make it back in time for a live today. So I actually had 2 thumbnails. I have another whole video that has a whole introduction to Create Week. It actually has 5 different things that are totally different from what I just showed. So all sorts of exciting stuff. This Logitech, I got to figure out a way to make my head smaller, though. The easy way is to just move back further, but then I'd have to move the mic more because otherwise you can't hear me as well. And Mick's still here. Bridget's still here. And Bridget, you giving any more thought to your channel? And you should make bioplastic. Wow. Is bioplastic something that dissolves over time? Is that why it's called bioplastic, or is it made from plants? Because I think some plants have kind of like a plastic base or something. And I think it's way beyond my knowledge level to do bioplastic. This week, Bridget, actually, I'm doing cable management. And I have it full. I have the vision in my head, and part of the vision is to have a more organized desk. Let me pull off and show you guys how unorganized the desk is right now. All that stuff over there, that is nothing but cables. If you look way over there past the sea of scissors, and right there, right here, that's chargers, cables, and you name it. And it is just all over the place. Hey, I was able to move that pretty fast. Who needs to have 2 cameras? You can just pick it up and move it. Just sick of the beer. I go like that for a while. Yeah, why not? I get bored easily too. That's why Uncle Bill channel was 5 things instead of just 1 thing. Originally it was cooking though. And I didn't know that it actually, I remember when I visited your channel, Mick, you said it doesn't really matter if somebody's sometimes people not liking your videos is actually better for your videos than people liking them. And I had one that they didn't like early on, and it actually shied me off of YouTube for a long time. That was my best cup of espresso out of a Il Primo. Oh man, did I get a lot of people that said that they hated that video. Of course, they didn't use the word hate. They said, that's not a real espresso. And when I came back and started to decide to do YouTube again, I went back and challenged everybody because it is a real espresso. Because all espresso is steam-driven coffee, pressure-driven coffee. As long as it's pressure done, it is espresso. So I was right. They were wrong. And I told them that. Oh, it did great. Okay. And it is made from plants. So there we go. And how's the new plans for the channel there, Mick? I know you've done your vlogging. That's been very popular. You might even be able to have a whole separate channel on that one or not. No, let me see. All right, so I showed all that stuff, and these guys, though, this is a great piece of kit gear. They're pretty expensive, but they're well worth it. I mean, I think I paid like $12, $15 for each of these. Do you have to go? Oh, okay, Bridget. Do you have to go like now? Oh, you got a meeting. Okay. Well, it was nice having you here, Bridget. You were a great moderator while you were here, and I'm sure you'll be a great moderator in the future. Thank you very much. Starting in a morning based around TikTok. Yeah. Is TikTok helping you out any? One of the things that I've been trying to do is figure out a way to get an Amazon affiliate link, because I can't crack that one yet. I've applied to it a couple of times. I must be applying wrong, but I'll figure it. Oh, Mickey. Oh, you're the one leaving, Bridget. Bye. Bye, Bridget. I wish Bye, Bridget. See you soon. I can almost type. Yay. And all right, so it's going to be morning based. Are you going to do more cooking? Because I do love your cooking. It is something else. And with the air fryer, I had a whole bunch of fun with the air fryer, but something about real fried food is good too. Although you have to, everybody watch their weight and everything. TikTok is a great platform. I'm promoting business for a guy. For his TikTok, he is a carver. Oh. And you're getting a commission for it too, I bet, which is good. Yeah. I'm finding that that knowledge is power, and I haven't been using the power, but I have been getting the knowledge. I must have probably about 10 or more vendors contacting me a day. But the thing is they're all very teeny tiny vendors that really can't afford to even give you the product for free if they want it reviewed. And if they don't give it to me for free, I don't want to review it. I don't have the time. Yeah. All right, Mick. I knew, you and I, we could conquer the world. We'd have the Uncle Mick. No, we'd have the Who Knows Who and Uncle Bill. Conquerors. Detail. Either that or we'd open a cat house, right? And that's really big in Japan. They actually have cat cafes where you go in, you get a cup of coffee, and you can order a cat to pet, because it's a luxury to own a cat in Japan. So why not just rent one for a couple of minutes or an hour or so? They're very therapeutic. I'm going to maybe look further into it a bit. I definitely think TikTok is an excellent for small business. Wow, cool. Yeah, I think what's happening is that the whole YouTube is getting fragmented. Well, not YouTube fragmented. The whole internet is getting fragmented. It's funny, when I first came on the internet, when it was first coming into being in the late 80s, early 80s, I think early 80s, actually, when it was just Sears and it was dial-up modems and stuff, you had a lot less misinformation on the internet. And Shonda's, yay! Great to see you. I've been using my air fryer like a crazy man. And Shonda, it's you, me, Mick. Bridget had to go, and It's the three of us. I did stop over at your channel. I'm going to stop over at it some more. Did you guys see the other video by any chance, Shonda, on the way in? And hopefully this time, I think what we'll do is we won't go as long, because that way maybe we'll skip the glitch. I couldn't believe that last time. I'm talking away, thinking I'm still broadcasting, and nope. When did I do camp, cook, camp, create? Okay, so last week was camping, and I pitched the tent in the backyard. I'm going to probably plan for camping this summer, real camping trip, when I go to visit my daughter up in Reno, just north of Reno. And I take the mountain route through California, and it's a lot of fun. There is, God, my brain is just not working again. There's a Japanese internment camp up there. I think it's Pine something. And it's sad what the United States did during World War II, but understandable, though, at the same time. You need to get under the radar. The big boys are always on top searches. Bit and bolt when they arrive. Yeah. And I am kind of under the radar. I mean, I think I am the only channel on YouTube right now with thumbnail hacks. I mean, every single channel you go on actually has a thumbnail, and they usually have a thumbnail, tons of thumbnails, but they usually have one instructional or two instructional. And my plan is for thumbnail hacks is I don't really care if they stay on the channel or not. That's going to be the beauty of it all. I'm going to have like a Mr. Beast thumbnails, and I'll just do an intro, a quick intro. Hey, this is what I like about Mr. Beast thumbnails. He makes sure to put his picture in there. They're all high quality. And here's links to where Mr. Beast actually gives instruction on thumbnails. And so people won't have to hunt through Mr. Beast's site to find thumbnails. They won't have to hunt through Pat Flynn's site for thumbnails. They won't have to hunt through Shonda's food for thumbnails, or who knows who for thumbnails. And this is Georgia calling. And I don't know anybody in Georgia. I should have turned that off, but we'll probably get distracted a few other times. A lot of people on TikTok doing Amazon, both giving advice and looking for traffic. It's all about traffic, son. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. See, there's Uncle Bill, and then there's Grandpa Mick. You need to get under the radar. Okay. Shonda, so what are you up to these days? I know I think you said that you don't have enough room in your yard to go camping, or do you? Inquiring minds want to know. I know, Mick, you got enough room. You could go camping in your backyard if you wanted to, easily. Probably have, too. I know your kids would like it. I saw your other kid, you had one of your younger kids, no, it wasn't your video. It was one of the farm videos that had not one of your kids, but, well, never know, it could be, but somebody else's. A lot of people doing TikTok lives. And should I work on getting a? Oh, by the way, that's Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Man. That is a present. We just, yeah, the Trailmaster camper. Oh, that'll be so much fun. That's one of those pop-up jobs, right? Isn't it? So that it doesn't, it's easier to trail behind your car. Trail more camper. Oh, Trail Manor camper. Oh, probably is a full-blown camper, isn't it? I like Popeye too. You know, it's funny. When I was younger, I didn't like Popeye. But have you all seen the Robin Williams Popeye? That is funny as can be. I actually have a copy of that movie. At least I think I do. I did. Yeah. Popeye, Robin Williams, it was a sad loss when he passed. Now, Shonda, these are the must-have air fryer, $1 at Dollar Tree. Oh, yeah. But he's large. That was so funny. They were talking about Bluto. That was... The woman's name. Which one? Olive oil? Are you talking about olive oil? It was Shelley Duvall was the actress. I remember that much. Getting my camping gear ready. Ooh, cool. Now, does your camper have a stove inside of it, or do you have to go out and get one? Because I can give you some recommendations on camp stoves. The best ones I think out there are, if you're inside, you could get one of those butane stoves. They work great and they're very inexpensive. You can actually get them at the dollar store for like $15. Or if you're going to be outside in the wind, the propane stoves are better. Just getting utensils ready. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it when they have the stoves inside. My daughter has, oh God, I can't even remember the name of it, but she has this, it's a fifth wheel basically, and I could move into it. I think it's 600 square feet. It's like a mobile home that you tow behind. She definitely is going glamping when she takes that thing and goes camping. And then these guys will be handy in your... Hello, I need to get hot stuff. Yeah. The olives. I'm looking for my olive oil. And then his I can never remember the name of the actor, but the guy who played My Favorite Martian played his dad. Grampy? No, Pops. My Peppy. I haven't seen my Peppy since I was a kid. I can almost do his voice. Peggy's brother, Patrick, can do a spot-on Popeye, just like the cartoon character. stove, fridge, toilet, shower, two sinks, AC heater. Whoa. Shonda, you are going to be camping in style. I'm just such a big sissy as far as that goes, though, because the driving big vehicles now scares me to death. When I was younger, I think the biggest I ever drove was maybe a 12. Well, I drove a dump truck a little for almost a quarter mile, and I did drive canoe trailers, but not much more than that. I was not a brave person and never claimed to be one either. Generator for boondocking. Oh man, I'm so jealous. You're going to have a great time. And lots of vegetarian stuff, and I have to get doing that more often too. Although I'm close, I don't eat much red meat. I always love the people that say, well, we're vegetarians, and then they tell you 100 things that are not vegetarians. Just another. Oh, just another. I thought somebody wrote it in there. Just another random chick. I'm going to have to check that channel out. I like it. I think I did check your channel out. Yeah, I do a lot of channels and like to do a lot of reviews and checking people out and how everybody does things different. And with my new channel, the Thumbnail Hacks channel, that's going to be a lot of checking out and fun. A little bit more pacing than it is with Uncle Bill's channel, because this one is pretty much flat out. Oh, Ashley. Oh, yeah. I remember. I remember that you have that one interesting video that I noticed that a lot of people would be responding to if they didn't live in Ireland. If that was in the United States, you'd probably have a couple thousand suitors at your door. And all right, so let's see what other I gotta make this interesting. Oh, this is an oldie but goodie. I love this camera. I don't know if I've ever shared this one. This is one of my B-roll cameras, and I use this a lot for product reviews. This is actually a Sony Bloggie, and it's a full-on HD camera. There's my monitor. It's a little tough filming yourself, but it's great for doing a quick product review because this has better sound than my onboard microphone for my Canon. Wait a second, Ashley. I thought you were in... Now you got me all confused. I thought for sure that you didn't live in... I thought you lived over in Ireland with Mick and everybody else. Oh, Shonda, Mick is in Ireland. Ashley is in United States, I guess. Which state are you in anyways, Ashley? Who we got here? We still got Shonda. We got everybody. I wish one day. Wait a second. Are you just... Oh, you're pulling my leg? Oh, Kentucky. Oh, okay. Kentucky's nice. I mean, everybody loves the Kentucky Derby. Of Of course, I'm sure you've never heard that before. KY. Kentucky. KY. Oh man, I flunked. What did I do? I thought, yeah, KY is Kentucky, isn't it? I'm trying to remember what Kansas is. I know New York, California, Ohio, Florida. Johnny Depp and Ashley Judge were born here. All right, Johnny Depp. He doesn't even live in the United States anyway. Does he still have an American citizenship? And I'm sorry about all the drinking, but it's part of having my throat nuked out. Because she does. She's an American chick. Mick, here, I thought all you guys... Oh, so you have to get it... Now, Mike, though, on your channel, Mick, he's in Ireland, isn't he? Or is he off somewhere else too? Oh, so where were you born, Ashley? And Shonda, feel free. Oh, Shonda, you left. Oh, okay. Or you might still be here. What I've found is in seeing as I have all of 4 or 5 people, if a person doesn't comment for about 5 minutes, they drop off of participants by YouTube. Oh, yeah, see, yeah, and you're back. You're here. Shonda, when you do lives, you'll notice that too. If you're watching the participants, they'll drop out, unless there's some super secret squirrel way to do it. I think Pat Flynn has all sorts of gizmos, and I swear I think he can look inside your camera and see what you're doing. I never. He's got to be the most alert person I've ever seen doing live. I mean, he just amazed me to no end. You watch Pat Flynn do a live broadcast, you swear it is recorded right from the start, because he said you hardly ever see him make a mistake at all. Born in Ohio, the Buckeye State. Yep. I was born in Syracuse, New York. What do we call New York? What state are we? We are, I can't even remember what New York was, what our big claim to fame was. The upstate state. Yeah. All figured out. Amazing. Yeah. He does have it all figured out. So she being who? Or was it a slip and you put an S in front of a HE for Pat being a guest as a, Shonda, I have somebody that you could chase down maybe and drop my name, is Andrew's Simple Cooking. I haven't ever talked to him on the phone or anything, but he has a pretty popular channel, and he does Andrew's Simple Cooking. He's a little over 3,000 subscribers, and I was his either first or second subscriber. It wasn't that long ago either. Just cooking just seems to be exploding at the moment. You Americans are off the head. All right, Mick, you're going to have to explain what's off the head mean. Does it mean that we're crazy? Crazy. Because I remember when you said crack the first time, because over here, when you talking about crack, you're talking about crack cocaine, drugs. Whereas in Ireland, and thanks for explaining to me, I didn't know that the crack was just talk, conversation. What's the crack? What's the news? I think I've watched. Yeah, I've watched one of your I mean, not watched, but listened to one of your podcasts. Shut it, Kilcock Born. Where's you live now? you know, totally off the subject. I have another friend, and he's into self-defense. His name's Peter Brasco. He's the guy who invented the Predator. And if you've watched the movie Men Who Stare at Goats, that's his tool that they use on the movie about non-lethal weapon, self-defense, and everything. But long story short, he sent this thing out just recently. I saw something I had never even heard of before. There's called a Dragon's Breath round that you can actually look it up on YouTube. Dragon's Breath shotgun, and it's a shotgun round that's actually an incendiary, and it shoots out like probably I would guess high phosphorus rounds, but it's definitely lethal looking. But I wrote him back because he was actually mentioning this as being something that you could use as defense, and I said, you wouldn't want this because one, when I watched the demonstration on YouTube, that actually jammed the guy's gun. Two, because it's an incendiary, the incendiary device would damage your gun. And three, it's not very effective because there's more effective rounds to put in a shotgun if you're going to have a shotgun. Now, me, I don't have any guns. All I have is my defense pen. Speaking of which, so go out and talk up Uncle Bill's channel because we're going to be doing a giveaway of this pen, this very pen. It was suggested to me to do a giveaway of a defense pen when I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'll figure out some way to give it away, probably a random selection of somebody in chat to maybe I'll have the wheel of names. Y'all specify down to the neighborhood where you're from. That's all. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if I told you. I'm from DeWitt, New York, and I guess that's about as far down in the neighborhood as we go. Defense pen. This is defense pen, Ashley. And what it's designed for doing is they call them a pen because you can write with them. But at the same time, if you're attacked, they sure make a great weapon. That's why they're for self-defense. So they're called a defense pen. Now this one's probably my preferred pen. I'm going to make sure not to bring it on the plane because they aren't allowed on planes anymore. But this one, if you got attacked in the street, whoever attacks you is not going to get, they're not going to go away unscathed. That's for sure. And if you want to learn a lot about self-defense, the Peter Brasco, I think it's Brasco. You can check his channel on YouTube. He is a self-defense expert. I'm just, common sense type of guy, but he actually holds a black belt and all this other stuff. And he's got quite a few different patented inventions of his own for self-defense. And another self-defense thing is that Spy Secrets, I can't remember the author, but if you check that out, it's the CIA Spy Secrets. That's a good book, which has a lot of information about basically protecting yourself. Certified self-defense seminar I took. All right. Way to go, Shonda. Did they cover self-defense pens in your self-defense seminar? I hope so. All right. Well, we could either close at the bottom of the hour, or if you guys want to stay longer, we can stay longer. I'll put it to a vote. Who wants to stay and who doesn't want to stay? I have only dogs for self-defense. Shonda, that's great. Oh, wait a second. I thought it was you, Shonda, that said that. Wait, all right. I missed it. Self-defense through a seminar. Oh, just a random chick. I'm sorry, Shonda. Just a random chick. I'm sorry to you too. Uncle Bill, I think you're going to realize this now. Confession time. I'm semi-dyslexic, and I'd never really been diagnosed, but either that or careless reader, whichever. But a lot of times I miss things and actually get them reversed and have to reread them twice and thrice. I'm really good at finding things on the shelf, but as far as reading, that has never been my strong point. Yes, you, Ashley, you took the seminar. And you asked me about the self-defense pen. You should have known it. They should have told you. Maybe that's why I thought it was Jonda. I bet you Elaine is pretty tough. She has to deal with you and all the boys. Oh, I do that too. That's why for years instead of getting 52 cents for shoveling a driveway, I only got a quarter. Yeah, when I was little, just think about it. I used to shovel a whole driveway, snow, in snow country for a quarter. Of course, they were silver quarters back then, but still only a quarter. Yep, that's true. Ashley, any pen can be used as a self-defense pen once. The only problem is these pens are designed to be used more than once. That's why they're called self-defense pens. I mean, I could punch a hole through probably about 20 or 30 people and still, as John Cameron John Cameron Swayze would say, and it still writes. Those were so funny. We used to have, for Mick, I don't know if you saw them, the old Bic pen commercials. They literally would take the pen and load it into a gun and shoot it into a piece of wood and then write with a thing. Or they'd mount it on the edge of a figure skater's skate, and then that person would skate around the rink because people didn't believe that there was such a thing as a cheap ballpoint pen that would write. Actually, they were good commercials too. All right. It was years ago. Any pen can be used. Yeah, sharp. And the other thing that they tell you, you know what? I'm surprised that they didn't. I was thinking about it the other day when I was getting my ear cleaned out and it hurt like anything from the doctor. You can actually supposedly cup your hands and whack somebody like that in yours. So why not make a soft rubber, just like like the plungers that you use in your sink, those little plungers, and just a little thing to hold it on your finger. And those could be like self-defense weapons. And the cool thing is they're so non-lethal and there's no sharpness to them. So there's no way, and you just pop somebody on the ears and then, after caving in their eardrums, they're not going to be feeling like going after you. And security checkpoint, I mean, you'd go through you could bring those into an airport. You could bring them into anywhere. Remember Super Glue commercial with the guy with his hard hat? Oh, I love that. You know what's funny about, and I don't know if it's true even, but I heard if you totally machine a piece of metal that is just, like smoother than smooth, you could actually use almost anything. And if it's wet, those two pieces of metal would hold together. But glue's a lot better. I wouldn't want to, All right, let's see. Crazy commercials. Although, if you all have read YouTube Formula, we all know about Squatty Potty and the pooping unicorn that poops out rainbow ice cream. I think commercials, they help us as YouTube creators too. And confession, I want to find out about the rest of you guys if you do the same thing now. I find that I watch movies, commercials, all that stuff, and I'm thinking, what about the lighting? What about the thing? And if I wrote it, I'd do it this way, and everything else. Shark Tank is a pretty wild one. I did not see the Squatty Potty. And one thing is, if Uncle Bill thinks that something is a joke and it is something you should not invest any money in, you take that big pot of gold and go get it right away. I saw rollerblades back in the 80s. I thought they were the most stupid thing in the world. And there was a lot of money made on rollerblades. Hey, George, great for you to drop in. George is here. We can all leave now. No, I'm kidding, George. We're just hanging out, George. Hey, George, did you see my new channel yet? It finally launched. I know you're good, George. Very good. Yes. The new channel is called Thumbnail Hacks. Not only that, it's official. I got them. There's 2 new emails. Anybody wants to write to Uncle Bill? UncleBillDoobie@gmail.com. Anybody wants to write to Thumbnail Hacks? Thumbnailhacks@gmail.com. I got both those names. Yay! I couldn't get Bill Dube at gmail.com because back when Gmail first was released, it was invite only. You couldn't just sign up like you can now. Okay, Mick. Catch you later. I'll check out your channel later. And it's another Monday, another week. Every day this side of the dirt is a great day. We're all going to go out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to stay COVID safe. And if anybody wants to hang around, I'll hang around. Whichever you want to do. It is a great day. Even though it was raining like crazy here. It rained all the way. Shonda, if you're ever looking for a car that'll handle rain, I tell you that little Honda Fit of mine, it got trial by fire right away. The first year that I bought it in 2016, my daughter up in LA had Christmas there. It was raining. I went through probably a 3-inch deep puddle at 70 miles an hour, and that thing tracked straight. And I was amazed. I was glad to be alive after that. It's one of those ones where you didn't have any choice either. I love Hondas now too. Hondas forever. Yeah, I like that. It definitely was better than my my first car was a 1976, I think it was 76, Volkswagen Dasher. Oh, God. I didn't know a car could run more than 100 miles without falling down and having something fall off or break, or I had to file the points on that car every 100 miles. It was ridiculous because they'd get corroded. So, George, what have you been up to? Jump into chat anytime. You know, I wish there was some way I could just have everybody in here and we could just chat. Maybe one of these days I'll do the, maybe we could do it on a Zoom call on YouTube. I wonder if that can be done. Have to check into that. Bad inf. Oh no, so sorry to hear that. Now, George, are you sure that it's bad internet, not that you need new cables inside your house or something else? Have you isolated it to the internet? I almost got stuck during one outing with my daughter while in a van. Yeah. Bought me an SUV. Has a button to raise it higher if needed. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Came from the manufacturer that way. Loved a hubby. Yeah. Good that hubby gets, yeah. I think it's good that having a team that's pulling in the same direction makes a big difference. Unfortunately, Uncle Bill and his first, we weren't pulling in the same direction. So that can really mess up your life for years and your kids' lives, unfortunately. I regret having the kids have to go through all that. But they did. And kids grow up despite what we do with them, which is good. It's been fixed today. Problem was a loose wire. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Was it a wire outside your house or a wire inside your house? In other words, was it something that the repairman had I'm still wondering why I glitched out on the last broadcast. I think I've been having a lot of trouble with my actual cable company because they've been giving us pretty lousy service down in this area. And they really need to upgrade their equipment. I'm running into the same trouble I ran into with the phone company, which is what brought me over to the cable company originally for phone years ago. Back when internet first started, we all did dial-up, and we had to have modems. I mean, you still need a modem, but the modems now are like millions times faster. And because there was so much noise on my telephone line, it would interrupt my modem calls and give me garbage things. And if you're transmitting a picture, it would make it so you didn't get the whole picture at all. Now think about it. When you get a web page, you don't even think about it. You get boom, 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 boom. To get an 8x10 picture broadcast back in the 80s, that thing would take a whole night. One picture. Craziness. Anyways, back to, let's see what got stuck during it. Okay, we got the stuck part. It's been fixed. Loose wire, good. 2 weeks, no videos because loose wires. I had at least a break. Yeah, that's good. We had to work on it hard. Looking forward to camping. Camping's going to be good. 26 years now. Great. Kudos. I've been divorced almost 26 years. Well, let's see. 93. 96 is when she filed. So, yeah, close to that. Something like that. And let's see. Outside. To a break. No videos. 1 minute video soon to be released. Who's got a 1 minute video soon to be released? We're going to have to all go see it. Right? You can feel free to put the link in and just put dot, instead of the dot, put dot, and then, although I think I've actually seen people's things, and I don't know if they show to everybody, but they show to me when they put in a link, so that's good. George, is this too late or too early or just right for broadcast time? Because I usually go, and same with you, Shonda, with the 1:30 p.m. on Mondays, and then on Fridays I post at 3:30 p.m. on the YouTube thumbnail hacks channel of mine. I post on Thursdays. I don't really say what time, and I haven't really figured out exactly what time would be best. But those will be every week too. Real food and drinks. And Shonda, George is an incredible gamer. He's one of the more, Mick is a more social gamer. Not that George isn't social. He'll talk to somebody before he kills them on the game, but He's very social, actually. Aim for lunchtime. Yeah. It's fun. There are gamers where you watch and you're not entertained. And both George's channel and Nick's channel are very entertaining, which helps. Now, on George's channel, you actually learn how to play the game, which is nice too. And you learn all the things that you can do with a sardine can. If you're holding a sardine can and you hit somebody and you hit them just right, you'll kill them on day Z. Put chatting in my streams. What, me chatting? Chatting about what? Chatting on... Actually, you know, I am finding that people do come for the... They're actually watching the lives a little bit. I think it might be because I'm talking about all sorts of good gadgets, and I do love gadgets. Oh, speaking of which, George, if and when you ever start to do lights, these are great. What they do is you can hold, it's a clamp for the transformer on the lights. And you put this on your light stand so that when you move the light stand around, you don't have to worry about the transformer dragging. Title the stream Just Chatting. Or yeah, I could probably title the stream Just Chatting. I mean, there's like if you look at the thumbnails, I mean, my intro thumbnails, they're actually the intro thumbnails for... There was a reason why I made the thumbnails actually less appealing, because I wanted everybody initially to go watch Friday's video. This is just an introduction. This was actually started... I started this just to get myself more comfortable being on camera and training myself to actually look at the camera, because anybody who's done any camera work, Shonda can agree with me on that. I'm sure that she's had the same issue. Is it takes some practice to learn to, I guess you could say, make love to the camera, because you have to let the camera know that you're talking to you guys, because that's how I talk to you. I mean, I'm looking down here and you guys don't see me paying attention to you. And that is where, and Shonda will agree with me too on this, Pat Flynn, I don't know how he does it. He must have a teleprompter with actually, I swear he's a robot. The guy, he will catch every single comment that is made in chat, no matter how many people are there. Me, I have 3 people in chat. I can't keep track of 3. Just chatting. Okay, well, what, you want me to repost it? I usually don't even repost them. You know, George, I've left every single live that I've done. You know, I used to actually cut them and do this and that and the other thing. And then I found out from veteran YouTubers, the minute you make one cut, the chat window goes away, from what I've been told. And so I just have them go the way they are. Even that one from, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Last week's, where I glitched out midway through, and I didn't start a new stream. I didn't even know I was glitched out. Bridget, I caught it though. Well, in retrospect, after I talked to Bridget. Yeah, yeah. That is why. That is why if you really, if I was really worried about being super polished, which I'm not, this channel is more of a for fun channel for me. uh, I would have niched down from being, cook, camp, create, critique, and climb. I mean, I am an unniched channel. And what I'm looking for is people that are like me that want different stuff every week. And that's what this is, different stuff. And our chats are different. I mean, you ask me a question about anything, and I will try to find you an answer because that's the way I am. I love to do research. I think I've done some for you, Shonda. I mean, for camping and camp tents and stuff. Shonda, speaking of which, when you go camping, do you plan to use the tents too? Do you have kids? And, what are the plans as far as that goes? I mean, your camper thing sounds like it'll accommodate everybody from, 2 bathrooms. Woo, I'm impressed. Yeah, Shonda, I mean, the way to check that out would be, well, Jack, actually, I don't know a way to check it out. I guess to have a really short, you know, planned live where you just have a couple of people do it. But I distinctly remember, I think it was Pat who said that, if you cut it, or maybe there's a way to get around it and keep it, like if you are using StreamYard, maybe it stays in. I don't know. I mean, if it's one thing I do know about computers, though, where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, if it was really important to somebody to preserve chat, it wouldn't take much to, for instance, I'll give you a for instance right now. YouTube is recording this. I'm doing everything on YouTube. But if I was also doing my own separate recording, I could do a separate edit and maintain the chat window. Problem solved. It's that easy. So even though I say I think it's YouTube will take away the chat window. But if you actually are capturing your live, which would be a whole lot of extra storage space on your computer. I mean, I'm at the hair's end of my 1 terabyte drive that I put on my computer, and backing off that to my 7 terabyte backup at the moment. Okay, where are we at? Chatting. I'm thinking of creating another channel just about life stuff. Ooh, yeah, life stuff works. Yeah. I think what's going to happen, though, is that they're I don't know what's going to happen. That's what the real truth is. If I think it's going to happen, probably won't. One thing that I used to, from about 2009 to, wow, almost 10 years, I worked to try to become a day trader on the internet. And one thing I discovered is I'm a long ball investor, and day trading was not the way to go for me. And I lost thousands. Let's see, 2 sinks, 1 bathroom. Oh, 1 bathroom. 1 in the bathroom, 1 for the kitchen. I have the pop tent. Pop tent with porta potty too. Woohoo! Yeah. 2-person tent too. Yeah. Solar shower. That's good too. I'm back. You got lagged out. Oh, sorry to hear that, George. I'm glad that we're not getting lagged out. I mean, I got lagged out last week. That was fun. No, I didn't. What was the question about titling the stream Just Chatting, and that's what I should call it from now on? Just chatting with Uncle Bill around the fire. I could probably, have a big thing back. I've been thinking about doing a green screen one of these days, maybe. Maybe I'll do a green screen with palm trees in the background. A mic and a boom arm. Yeah, I have recommendations. Here. Instead of a boom arm, what I would get is what's called a magic arm. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry about this. Here we go. Focus. Oh, now it's not going to be happy with me. Oh, come on. Here we go. There's my microphone. And there is what I'm using for a boom arm. That's called a magic arm. And you can get one for about 25 euros. And I'm erring on the plus side. The microphone is an inexpensive Movo VXR, I think it is. And that I've been very happy with it. And it's a low-end microphone. I think you guys, nobody's been complaining about my voice when I switched over to it from a dynamic microphone. And that actually is a condenser microphone. So it'll pick up, I'll give you I'm currently, what would I say, about 15 inches from the microphone. This is up close, and I have to make sure not to talk too loud, but it'll pick up my voice and everything else. And then you should be able to hear me fairly well from this distance, which is about 6 or 7 feet from the microphone. And the advantage of that is I can do a full-on video, and I have done videos using that. But for your webcam and for now I'm looking at my brain, it went to the microphone. Now I'm talking to you. So that's about 50 euros to get everything all hooked up and set. How far do you have to go? Do you have to go a farther distance than that? Can you hang it off of a shelf like that? And is that a good enough? Okay. Specifically the boom arm. Ran and check. Sounds good. Okay. Ashley. Magic arm that does work with a USB arm. No, the magic arm actually is just a device. What you do is you get a USB extension cable, and that's another $5 or $6. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that. Now, I did leave one piece of gear off of there. I'm sorry, George. There is one other piece of gear that you're going to want for doing the microphone, and that's an external. Oh God, my brain is not working. External sound card. And those are dirt cheap too. They don't cost more than about $15. Mine is a Tech Rise. and I just leave it up. I have a whole bunch of the Movo, their sound card. When I put it on my computer, I actually had a low hum on it. So you might try a couple of different cards and whatnot to make sure that you get the right one. Whatever you get, make sure that you can return it. So it's better to spend $4 or $5 more for, like, say, an Amazon Prime, or if you don't like Amazon Prime, a local dealer. Check out, and the last one is, if you go to the Frugal Filmmaker, he probably has a way to actually make it with parts that you can get at the hardware store. So check those out. I've been very happy using Magic Arm. As a matter of fact, in my kitchen, I also have a Magic Arm mounted for those overhead shots that I do while I'm shooting food videos. So I bought another Magic Arm so that I just got the cheapest one with the least amount of one-star reviews. Clamp on the table. Yeah, that's what I've done, a clamp on the table before. This is my old rig. Really complicated. This is what's called a clamp it. It's made in the United States. You can probably find a piece of grip gear that looks like it. And this has on there is a small rig head, and then just selfie stick. Problem solved. There's all sorts of ways to do it. If you want, George, you got my email, right? Well, I gave you guys my email earlier on, unclebilldube@gmail.com. And it's DUBE, Delta Uniform Bravo Echo. So send me an email, send me a picture, or we could do a Discord, whatever, and I can give you a more intelligent recommendation that'll save you some money on doing it. I mean, I've done hanging things off of this clamp it. This is a great piece of grip gear. I'll show you it. All right. I originally got one of these, and it's just a simple piece of gear that has just this, and it only goes in one direction. So it is a little restricted. And my first one I bought at a thrift shop for $4. And then, oh God, it was, I used the living tar out of it. I had an old Canon camera, which was a brand new camera at the time, but it was one of their first digital cameras, a whopping 3.3 megapixel camera. And I took it to one of my daughter's softball games, and I would take pictures of all the things, and I mount this thing off the end of a broom handle so that I had a monopod, and this made it into a monopod. So there's millions of ways to do that. The cool thing in your boom arm on your microphone doesn't have to look good, because it's going to be off camera, unless you're one of these guys who has a real showy channel where when they turn the camera, they're worried about everything looking perfect. Now me, you can see how worried I am. My background doesn't even look perfect. I probably have the messiest background of any vlogger on YouTube. So there we go. So we did answer the question, right? And we're all set. And Shonda, do you have any questions? And Ashley, do you have any questions? Or is it just you and me, George? I don't know. I don't see anybody else in here. I'm gonna cry. Nah, I think everybody's pretty much played out. George, you got any more questions? Oh, you're still here. No questions? Okay. Were you entertained with this? Da, 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 da. This thing is, and the other nice thing about this being made in the United States, I know it's quality construction, and the guy actually is out of California too. Same cost as what I would pay to have it from overseas. I wish I could send more business his way. Need to play some games. Yes, George, I do. One of these days I'm going to surprise you, and all of a sudden you'll get that red death screen, and it was me, Uncle Bill, sniped you from oh, everybody would hate me. I'd probably sit and wait in the bushes. I'd be one of those guys. It's that old guy, Uncle Bill. You don't want to have him playing the game. One of the things, by the way, Shonda, just to bring you up to speed on DayZ, I don't know how much you watch it all on DayZ. One of the, I guess the unsportsmanlike, I guess, for them is to actually stay in one spot and just wait and kill everybody that comes by you, I guess is the best way to describe it. Oh, Bridget, you're back. Hey. Okay, Bridget's back. We can end the stream now. No. Do you notice Bridget's got a... Bridget is my official moderator now. I need to look further into that. It's better than the one you have. Shonda, if you want any help, seriously, I love helping people. I think you can pretty much tell that. I know you love helping people. If you want some help setting up anything, just send me a picture. I will research and send you what I would do. I have found that with magic arms, pretty much your distance, your longest distance is going to be about this much. I have an overhead shot thing that I'm working out a deal, trying to work out a deal with a Ulanzi distributor. They don't know that I'm trying to work out a deal with them. They contacted me. It's funny, all these people from China, they contact you. Oh, we want you to review our product. Oh, but we want you to pay for it up front. Well, Uncle Bill ain't gonna pay for it up front. Not if I don't need it. If I needed it, I'll pay for it up front, but I don't need any of these things that they ask me to review. So I tell them that it's going to be a non-verified review. But long story short, there is one that does overhead that they have that is like $76 if that's the setup that you're looking for. It all depends on what your setup is. If you're looking to hold a camera or hold a microphone, holding a microphone is a lot less involved than holding a camera. I mean, you literally could just take a broomstick and wrap your microphone to the broomstick. What did I did have something different. I'm looking at the microphone trying to remember what I used to have. Oh yeah, it was this. I squirreled this out. This will get me, as long of a reach as my, so that's that much of my arm. So it's pretty long reach. And It's pretty adjustable. This was my first rig I was using for shooting food. And I also have two of my tripods will do a horizontal. And the funny thing is I got all my antique tripods. I probably paid about $300 for them. When you add them all together, I have my what I call my tripod forest. And I'm not kidding. It is a forest. It takes up my whole living room. Just so much to do. But I definitely, yeah, when you get around to it and, you got my number, you got my email, just drop me an email. I mean, when I get to the 300 million mark or something like ridiculous like that, then I might not have as much time. But right now, Uncle Bill has lots of time. I can handle all sorts of problems. And I love doing it. Just ask Bridget. She asked me to do some stuff too. So, Bridget, how'd everything go with the doc? Good? All right. So let's, what do you want to go to the bottom of the hour? I'll go to the bottom of the hour if everybody wants, or if we're done, we're done. Whichever. School meeting. Well, I'm glad that the school meeting went well. I hope it went well. Good. We always like to hear good news. And Bridget, I'll give you a call to touch base with you after the broadcast, because I know that you and I, we deal YouTube when we're on YouTube, and we'll do family stuff offline. And if anybody ever needs to learn where to get these guys, it's funny is Uncle Bill was doing social distancing before social distancing was popular, because I had the year of cancer before the year of COVID, which was all sorts of fun, and trying to start my channel, which is great stuff. And actually, it kind of helped save my life because it kept me busy. Still working on the video, and wait for my podcast co-host to contact me. Just squeeze in what I can. All right. I was in school, just figuring out. All right. So, George, are you still here? And Shonda made some of those. Shonda, are you getting directly contacted? Because I'm not seeing the other end of the question for some reason. We used to make them. Oh, these are. God. I was the one talking. Oh, God. My brain. I should stop just because I'm losing track of things. It's good to be, one of the nice things about being 64 is you can use it as an excuse for anything that you screw up with. I've been doing my lumosity a lot more lately too, because it does help. And I have been noticing a little bit of fried brain syndrome problem from all my radiation or just getting old. Who knows? All I know is that remembering names has gotten to be a lot tougher than it used to be. But the nice thing is I don't worry about it. If I come up with the name, I come up with it. And if I don't, then I just forgot the name. All right. So how many want to go to the bottom? All right. We got 1, 2, 3 people, 4 people here. Okay, there's 4 of us. I will not vote. If the 3 of you want us to stay, we'll stay. If 2 of you say we should cut the broadcast, we'll cut the broadcast. But we are going to stop at the bottom of the hour if... All right. So Bridget wants to stay. Shonda wants to stay. And that's 2. Okay, we'll stay until the bottom of the hour. There we go. And Ashley, are you still here? Because we don't know if maybe she snuck out. Patrice is almost ready. I may have to leave soon. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Play some games while listening to you. Oh, wow, George, you are amazing. So are you streaming too while you're playing the games? Because I do know that you can multi-stream and because one of the things that I was kind of tempted to do, what do you think? Here's a question I have for you guys. Next time I do this, because I did have the standby and I actually released the standby, which you can also check out, which has 5 different things. But should I do that as a premiere so that we could have chat in there too, and then go over to the live broadcast afterwards, or just can the other one? Or what do you recommend, if anything? What's your view on that? What's the bottom of the hour? The bottom of the hour is 30. The top of the hour is 0. So like say if you have 3:30, that's the bottom of the hour. The top of the hour is when we get a new hour. And why they do that, I don't know. And where that expression came from, I don't know either. Maybe they used to do it on half-hour increments with the sand of time or something. And it would be 2 flips of the the sand thing. Hourglass. Maybe hourglass is a half an hour. Next Monday or this Monday? Because this is Monday. Patrice is almost ready. May have to leave soon. Okay. Well, Shonda, you have a great broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Much appreciated. Every view is appreciated. Every comment is appreciated. Good, bad, or indifferent. Although I prefer people to like. Next Monday. Okay. Well, I will make sure to watch it next Monday. And now, when you play now, are you still recording the playtime or not? Excuse me. Yeah, I like it. I hope that we get more people to keep coming, and I do have my spinach in the freezer, so I have to make a green drink here. Maybe I'll do that after the broadcast. Make some green drink to hold me over until dinner. Well, I could see you doing some GTO, George, and some Daisy. I mean, you are definitely. I'm sure that you pretty much have a bunch of people that know you on Daisy. That's for sure. I know Mick knows you. Yes, I did say green drink, Shonda, because you were the one who said I should drink more green drinks and have more spinach in there. So, yes, Uncle Bill will become. I used to juice a lot about 10 years ago, but I got away from it. Now, Uncle Bill does pretty much the same type of juicing as you do because I believe in total juicing instead of throwing out all of the good stuff, because all of that fiber that people throw out and when they put carrots in and they have the carrot juicer and their and then they have all that pulp, and a lot of them just throw it out. If I was to do it, I would make bread or something. I did have one of those friction wheel juicers for about a week. I didn't like it. I do total juice, and it's better for you. It's better for your system. It's just I haven't done it for a long time. I've been doing all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, more green drinks. Hey, I listen to you. You think I don't, but Uncle Bill does listen. Just doesn't always remember, but I do listen. Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Bill has a black thumb. And you know what a black thumb is. It's if I have a plant, it dies because I like to leave, and I don't like a plant that takes high maintenance or any sort of effort. So my favorite plants are succulents and cactus, which actually is a type of succulent. So Andrew, Andrew, we have about 10 more minutes on the broadcast and then we're jetting. Andrew, I don't know how, well, you know, Shonda. Shonda, if you ever want Andrew, he would be somebody to contact as far as getting on your podcast, because Andrew is very knowledgeable cooking wise. Also, Andrew, I have another person, just cook. I think that's the name of the channel, Just Cook or something like that. They're a new channel. I sent them your way and told her to contact you because she has a much similar style of presentation. And I know that you could give her a lot of sage advice because whether you know it or not, Andrew, you are an amazing channel and you know a lot about YouTube, a lot more than you're willing to give yourself credit for, I'm sure. Oh, Andrew, you missed all my good stuff. I showed all the new tools. I was at the Dollar Tree again, and it's too bad you're in England because you could go get some of this over at the Dollar Tree. This is one of the best ketchups I've ever tried. And then for when you start getting more serious and do more videos and you need lights, these are great. These are for holding the transformer onto your tripod for lighting. And what other stuff? Oh, and then because we get older, this was at the Dollar Tree. I thought this was cool because my thyroid pills are nice and small. So I was looking to get I might as well open this up, seeing as we're for people. Oh, oh man, this is tough stuff. There we go. Nice little pill case. And that is for my thyroid meds and probably whatever other pills I'm going to throw in there. I'm going to try to make it even smaller because what I'd really like is get something really small for just maybe a week's worth of pills. Yeah, yeah. I help my friends, and whenever I get a chance, I'm sending people to Shonda. I'm sending them to you, Andrew. I'd send them to Bridget's channel when she starts get channel videos up there, and George, I send people your way. I don't know if they ever tell you that I've sent them your way, but I do. Well, I will check out Walmart one of these days then, Bridget, for smaller pill stuff. But this actually, although it looks pretty big on screen, is not that big. But that's what I'm looking for. I mean, I do have a one that, did I put it on already? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Yeah, I do. That actually is a pill container that I use for my thyroid meds, which is nice and small. I'm just looking for a daily one that isn't one of my everyday carry things for emergencies, for when I have to bug out and leave. Because one thing that Uncle Bill does not want to be without is his thyroid meds. Yes, yes. I knew you two have different dishes, and that is one of the reasons why he might be interesting to interview there, Shonda, sometime. If you're ever looking for a home, I don't know how I would call it. I would call it comfort food. Comfort food. That's what I think when I see Andrew's channel. All of that food is like comfort food. It's rich food. It's food that just makes you feel good and has lots of calories, but it's yummy. I love yummy food. I love all foods. All right, so we got Chandra. So, Andrew, how's the weather in England these days? We have rain here today. And Rose is here too. Rose, hi. Rose, I'm sorry. We're going to be leaving in about 4 minutes, though. Or maybe I should just stick around for Rose for a while. Rose, I'll stay for another 15 minutes because you're here. How's that? And we're open for any questions you want to ask me about cooking, camping, creating, critiquing, climbing, my new channel, Rose. I have another one called Thumbnail Hacks. Uncle Bill also has a new email address, which I posted up on the about for both of my channels. So if you ever need to email me, there's an email address. Bill, your video this week with the lights review had a beard. Was yeah, that was a real old video. That was from 2018 when I went to Picket Post right before having my cancer. And I actually climbed Picket Post that year. And I can't find the video that, I think it's on my other computer, which I don't I don't start very often, and I will check probably in the near future and see about posting that video too. That was the other video with me in a beard was a selfie video. I did that at the top of Picket Post. And basically it was a video that I did and I recorded with full intention of surviving because I was stupid. I climbed to the top of the mountain. I brought less water than I have in this cup right here. Actually, I brought probably about 8 ounces of water out in the desert, and I went for a 5-hour hike, and that was not too smart. Uncle Bill, most of the sage advice I give out is usually from me making unwise choices. And I also did it by myself, and I got lost a bunch of times. It's an interesting experience. Hey, Rose, how has your day been? Let's see, late. Check out the new channel. Yeah, check out the new channel when you get a chance. It's doesn't have a lot of videos on it yet. I plan to post at least one video a week on that channel, and it's going to be on Thursdays. And it's a lot different than this channel. This channel, Uncle Bill and Uncle Bill's Variety, we are more concerned with trying to keep people on the channel. Whereas with Thumbnail Hacks, I'm having that channel for everybody. In other words, I am not intending on copying somebody else, although I did do it with Hothkenstroy's thumbnail technique, and I copied his and posted it up there because he's a young kid. He's 10 years old, and he's actually my first thumbnail hack video. I asked him to unblock his videos. He has been getting bullied, unfortunately. The kid, he's probably 12 years old now, because when I met him back in 2019, he's 10. So, he's either 11 or 12 right now. And because he was getting bullied, he decided to just take down all his, make all of his videos private so nobody can see him. And he does have a good video on how to elementary style, quick and easy to make a thumbnail. One thing that I didn't know after I found out while I was doing my getting the channel up and ready is that my Tube buddy, which I subscribe to, and I have the pro level now. I decided to upgrade my Tube buddy. That actually has a thumbnail creator, and the thumbnail that is on the video that you mentioned came from the Tube buddy. So I didn't even know it could do thumbnails, but it does, and it's not a bad little thumbnail creator. Long answer to a short question, which didn't even get asked. Or did it? I don't know. I can't remember right now. Alberta, Canada. Yeah, just a little bit north of here. I should get out my, I actually didn't know about TubeBuddy. Yeah, Rose, TubeBuddy is you didn't know that about TubeBuddy. Yeah. Yeah, TubeBuddy, you actually has a thumbnail creator program, which is built into TubeBuddy. And when you're just prior to posting, they ask you if you want to create a thumbnail, and it's pretty elementary, but it works well. I'm not sure if the free version, because I really did not explore. See if I have my piece of paper which had all my. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I do have it. It's probably, I don't know how well this will show up on camera. Probably not very well. But if you go onto TubeBuddy, onto their site, they have this same presentation. And this shows all the stuff that's available. All the stuff that's green is in the free version, and then you have the pro version, which is a little step up from that. And then you have the star version. I'm trying to read all this backwards. And then you have the legend version, which is like the creme de la creme. And there's 3 pages of features mentioned. And let's see, I will check the free version right now to see if it does have thumbnails. Let's see, products, productivity, thumbnail generation. Yes, the free version will do it too. Wow, who knew? So that's a great thing. And I also have Thumbnail Blaster, which I did pay for, and I will do a critique of that sometime too. And I just realized if I thump down, there's an earthquake. No earthquake. That's just me pounding on the desk. Oh, was the oh wow from the earthquake? No. No earthquake here. I just realized that I was seeing a little jiggle on the screen, and I use really high. I use the Logitech, an old Logitech HD web camera for doing broadcast. It does 1080 by 720. Woo! And I have a Movo VXR 10 microphone, and that's hooked to a Magic Arm. And then there is an external TechRise video card, which then is hooked to a USB extender into my computer. And that's how we do lives at Uncle Bill's. Yeah, you can actually, I didn't even know it. Like I said, with the thumbnail program, I am actually going to be sending people to other channels for instruction on a lot of stuff. And I think I'm probably going to send people to Daryl Eves' YouTube instruction on TubeBuddy, because he has probably the most extensive TubeBuddy education on YouTube, because I think he owns part of it, actually, or he definitely has some sort of agreement with TubeBuddy. Use my phone to make videos. Use your phone to make videos. Rose. Oh, wow. Andrew, I didn't know you were making your things with just your phone. You do a great job. Now, everybody needs to talk among themselves. I've hit the high water mark. I will be back in about 1 minute or 2. So chat, chat, chat. I'm back. Did I miss anything, Bridget? Bridget is my new moderator. What reminds you? All right. Now, I have found on Amazon, because I do a lot of shopping on Amazon, a really good strap provider. And if anybody's interested, I will tell you the name and whatnot. I ended up getting like 4 straps for under $10, which isn't bad. Nice sturdy buckle, and you just thread it through. And I've been very happy with it. And the reason why I got these is a lot of people don't realize it, but when they're packing up a backpack or something like that, well, for me, it's specifically a backpack, it might not meet airline regs. And I plan to do some traveling in the near future. And those straps are so that I can get my Tortuga backpack, which is actually designed for airline travel, to meet airline standards. So I just cinch it down and then it'll be all set to go. So if anybody's interested, I will put the link in. What happened last month? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I told everybody it glitched out. And Bridget tried to get in touch with me, and she didn't know what to do. And Bridget and I have certain reasons why she wouldn't call, because I basically told her only to call in an emergency, and it wasn't really an emergency, so she didn't call. The reason why it stopped is probably because of Cox Cable. They've been giving me really garbage service this year. I mean, literally. If I could go with any other provider at the moment, I would do it. Cox has been on my do not be nice to list for about the last 3 years. About 3-4 years ago, they told me that we are no longer providing the type of phone service that you have. Just a second. Long Uncle Bill's story, probably about 3 minutes. Years ago, AT&T was giving us awful service, and Cox was new in town, and they started offering cable television, well, television, of course, but also cable phone service. They had a type of cable phone called the legacy phone. And what the legacy phone was a phone that was independent of the internet. It went over the cable, but it did not need a modem. It was actually phone service over the cable. And I was like, whoa, sign me up for that. So for $50 a month, which was pretty much what I was paying for AT&T, I got the legacy. Well, about 4 years ago, Cox gets this brilliant idea. Let's put everybody on VOIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. And so, although VOIP, we all say VOIP, even though it's VoIP, whatever. So, Voice Internet Protocol. And so they tried for the longest time to get me off of the service. You know, they kept on saying, oh, we want you to switch over to this new service. Well, I knew as well as they knew that why pay for something that I can do myself? And I did. As soon as they forced me off. Long story short, I'm paying close to $100 now just to have internet, and it's ridiculous. Up north, I don't have as high bit rate of an internet connection, but it is a lot more dependable than the internet here, and I pay $20 a month. So no, and now that Cox made me pay for internet for phone service. They disconnected my phone electronically for 2 months, and then they tell me that I'm going to end up paying more because I only had the cable, which was ridiculous. They were lying to me. So yeah, that's my rant. And you know what? You know what's funny? I was talking to somebody the other day about rants, and I was writing them back and forth, and I didn't realize we were talking about acronyms, letters standing for something. Well, rant actually, when you think about it, could be an acronym. Really angry, negative thought. Rant. Well, that was my rant about Cox. Hope I kept you all entertained. All right. Well, Shonda, well, thanks for dropping in, and go feed the dogs. And wow, Rose, I stayed for the 15 minutes like I said I would, but maybe I'll stay longer if you want me to. And Andrew, I'll stay longer. So I'll stay until the top of the hour. Top of the hour, 3 hours, we call it. Actually, it's not 3 hours because I started at the bottom of the hour. 2.5 hours. The new channel is called Thumbnail Hacks. And the easiest way to get it on a YouTube search is go Thumbnail Hacks and then add the word channel in there, and I'll flip right up to the top. And George, you're here too. Yay! I'm sorry, George. I didn't mean to leave you out. So I'll go to the top of the hour. Unless somebody, twist my arm and says, no, Bill. I'm very easily swayed. And Rose, tell us what's been going on with you these days. Because we have everybody provide to chat today. If I could get a voice simulator or something, I'd have you all have a voice. That would be cool too. So George, that would be the next thing to do. Is not only that, we'd capture the person's thing, but we'd also have the chat be actual chat. That would be cool. No, you didn't call me yesterday, Bridget. Maybe it's because you knew I was up in Costa Mesa. We could use that for an excuse. It would be cool to hear everybody's voice. It'd be cool if I could get more people. What if they said something naughty? Well, we'd actually have a special thing to filter that out. I mean, just like with your channel, you start to get people that respond with those vert dot something alt dot, and Just add them into the sensor thing. And the other thing is that's what I have Bridget for. Bridget will catch them. If they say something naughty, Bridget will put them in a timeout box. It seems like Sunday, huh, Bridget? Hey, George, have you tried an air fryer yet? I tell you, wow. We made some. I bought my girlfriend a inexpensive air fryer, a small one, and she cooked 2 chicken breasts in that with the skin and the rib meat. And oh, they were delicious yesterday. It's not us. That's what the timeout is for. Oh, you guys don't go into timeout. Just bad people go into timeout. We don't have any bad people here. Although I got put in a timeout for some reason once. Oh yeah, if you type, I think it was on Discord. One of the Discord memes put me in a timeout because if you do too many entries into a chat on Discord, you get timed out a lot of times. With an S, thumbnail hacks. And then go chant. It's here. Actually, I tell you what. Better than that, I will look it up and get you guys the exact where it is. How's that? Hey, what a rude guest I am. I didn't. Ooh. Oh yeah, I got to put channel in there. Do as I say, not as I do. There we go, right at the top. Somebody actually got ahead of me. Welcome to Thumbnail Hacks, a new channel. Darn. Oh yeah, channel. There we go. Come on. Tomorrow, Thursday, April 22nd. Stop. Join us for a. Yeah, join us. Here we go. I don't glitch us out here. Oh, okay. Well, there it is too. All right. Anybody who wants to check out my new channel? It's in the thing. Hey, you're faster than I am, Andrew. Pin the message. Oh, there we go. It's pinned. So it's probably up at the top. I wonder where it ends up staying. We'll find out. Oh, there it is. It's all the way at the top. Yay! Because I'm learning new about lives every day. Oh, Rose, here, check out my new shirt. Popeye! Isn't that a hoot? Oh, Andrew, you too. And George, I don't know if you saw that. All right. I don't see, oh, you know what's funny is I think about when Pat Flynn did 6-hour live, and people have done even longer than that. That's amazing. Oh, I started to lag a bit. Uh-oh. Am I back in now, Bridget? Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because I went to the other. There we go. Is that better now? Maybe YouTube's getting mad at me. Well, I've done one a week now for I don't know how long. I really wasn't keeping track. Nothing like Pat, who did it one a day for a whole year. That would be really tiring. Okay, good now. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Bridget. All right, we'll go for, let's see, 3:51, 9 more minutes. And then we're going to officially cut us off at the top. I love to comment and support your channel. Thanks. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And did I, are you happy with the suggestions I've given you, Andrew, as far as, although your camera work is amazing, especially now that I know that you use your phone to do it. It's just that if your phone goes kerplunk into the sauce, you're not going to be too happy. I have heard of, why do you call me grandma? Skyrim. Oh, I thought you were talking about Skylum. What the heck's Skyrim? Or Skyrim grandma? Is it supposed to be both of them? All right, George, come on. Fess up. Tell us. Educate us. We need to learn. I mean, I think we all want to know about Skyrim. Oh, now George's. It's a game. Okay, cool. Is that the new one that you're going to be playing? I like that one with the cowboys riding and putting people in jail. That was funny. Okay, Andrew, thank you very much for joining us at almost midnight, that you have a good sleep and everything. And if you ever have trouble sleeping, then I highly suggest getting a sleep study. And actually, a sleep study doesn't hurt anyways, to make sure that you're not having need of a CPAP machine like I got. Those things are crazy. Oh, Bridget's got one too, actually. Good night, Bridget. I mean, good night, Bridget. Oh man. I am just, Andrew, good night. Thank you again for coming. You'd think I had some happy juice or something before talking or something. So, Rose, do you think that I should post these and repost them as, how do you want this done, George? I should take this and just take the audio and do that? Is that what you were saying? Or take the whole thing and just post it up, or do a podcast on it? Uncle Bill's chat. Or for, we could call it Uncle Bill's crack and put it in Ireland. Well, that kind of sounds too crazy. Bridget, I'm still not glitching. I should have you check in every 10 minutes or so. Okay, well, that sounds good. And I haven't I'll have to check into Discord after this is all over with. I am finding out, though, if I do anything else out of the window, I think that's what glitched us out on that last live. Was I was doing some research for something, and I must have glitched the broadcast because I was away from the broadcast for too long. Oh, by the way, speaking of broadcast, I have found a new way to get even more control over watching lives. It's the same way you would control, having a live. You can pop out the chat, and then what you do, all right, first you open up one window with your chat and your live, okay? Then you open up another window with just, you pop out the chat. Well, either way. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to formulate it in my head because this is what I did today, and I'm trying to remember how I did it. You take the address, the address for the live, you put it in 3 windows. On 2 of those windows, pop the chat out. And then what you can do is then that is a chat window, and the chat windows actually have a different width requirement than your browser. You can then actually close the windows that you opened up, not the chat window, but the actual extra tabs. Okay, so 3 tabs open, pop chat out, pop chat out. Then with the chat popped out, you close the windows, the chats will stay open. Now, those chats, you can actually make them a lot thinner so they take up less of your real estate on your screen. There we go. I hope I explained it better that time, because that is the way to do it. I have my window this big for the chat participants, whereas in the past I had to have it about that big, which makes a big difference on a 24-inch screen. So just an FYI, something you guys can try for next time you're in a chat or on a Zoom call or just anything that has a window where you can pop it out. You can then close the screen and go on. And oh no, that one is a fast clock. I have a clock, an LCD clock that I use that loses time very fast. So when I reset it, I put it like maybe about 6 or 7 minutes ahead of what the real time is. So I looked up and I thought that we were already over the top of the hour, and we aren't. We still have a few more minutes. But at the top of the hour, I'm actually closing this live down. Closing the live down. So any last questions? Okay, so George, I owe you a mic thing. You can actually even send me the picture of where you are planning on doing this microphone. And I've been really happy with the mobile microphone. It's a thrifty microphone. I mean, it's not a Rogue microphone, but a Rode microphone would cost you $300-400 for the same thing that I'm getting done for $30. Not bad. Oh, it is the top of the hour. Thanks, Bridget, for reminding me. I'll check in with you, George, on Discord, and everybody else. Thank you very much for coming. Rose, thank you. And thank you for giving us a reason to stay longer. It's much appreciated having you all here. You're all, thank you, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill. Every day this side of the dirt is a great day. So go out there, have some fun, and stay COVID safe. And now we're closing out the stream because Uncle Bill has to go and make some dinner soon.